edition of the National Football League.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. Who knows what we're in store for here? All that and more coming up next.
Time to put a bow on another NFL season. Here we go from Super Bowl 74. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And leading the way is their fourth-year QB.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
On first down, they'll run. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Dropping back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
They'll run here on first down. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll motion Johnson right. From the 38. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he will take this in. Touchdown! These guys finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Nixon now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And bringing them out someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate. That defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. But that QB speed is a difference maker. I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one, and it'll give them a first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll hold him up after a short carry to the 44. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing now, off play action. Bails out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Walker setting up to throw. He lets a heater go deep. Middle. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. They get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends. Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Give now to the running back. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Receiver in motion, headed right. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Intercepted in the end zone.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Back out runs their offense. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now You want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Second and 10 now. He's finds Smith. And that tackle stops him after a solid game.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Walker. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Here comes their offense out again. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. Give him 24 on that play. And they'll have first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Handoff now out of the gun. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. So that brings us to the end of the first quarter in the Super Bowl. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Miami in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They have 2nd down and 5. Looking for a throw here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Setting up a throw. Has it downfield working the left. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play good for 17 and a first down. Lone back gets the handoff. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 23. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. A tight end in motion now. Going ground on 1st and goal. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
Another drive coming up for this offense. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Finds his man over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. They'll send their tight end right. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well into this 1st half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Walker. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 65 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The give here on 2nd. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
When you ask a lot of your defenders on that field, it is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. On now comes their punter. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. The offense headed back to the field. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going play action. Caught, nice gain left side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. Play action on 1st down. Caught by the open man. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Walker to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Walker. He's got Smith. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down.
It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. Airing it out to start this drive. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only took them 1 play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. To throw here on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Finds the in route, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives them the 1st. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 2nd and 3 now. From the 32. Throwing the out route complete. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Has it at the 7. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Offense letting the clock reach 3 seconds as they take the timeouts, and they can try a field goal now before halftime. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. We're halfway to crowning a champion here in the Super Bowl. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Nixon now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense making its way back out now. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback. He's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 27. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They go play action on first. Catch made over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Now Walker. Complete beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
This finds Smith. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. This a 48-yard look for it. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense getting set to go. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short fields, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys tie things 10-10. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now this offense ready to head back out. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. One of the tight ends motioning left. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Their offense ready to take the field now. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Walker. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Completed to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That's a pickup of 9. And it sets up 1st down. Working inside the red zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys make them pay for turning it over. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
There is no question this defense has risen to the occasion of prime time tonight. There's also no question that this is a window into the kind of beating quarterbacks can take when you can't protect him. He's going to have to use all week to get his body right to hopefully hit the field next week.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Hits him on the out route.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play, and that'll give them a 1st down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st down, ball at the 36. He's going to throw this one. Brought in close to the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And they'll pitch it out to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys make it 17 all. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Walker. He's got a man left. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Play action on 1st down. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 1st down.
Walker to throw. Completed left side to Smith. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Offense to the line for second down. Toss now to the short side. Blast through midfield. And he works this down to the 41. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Kate, I want you and the audience to imprint that play in your mind. When you hear me or any announcer say, oh, he's running downhill. Oh, get running downhill. Oh, you want to hit it downhill. That right there, that was running downhill.
And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. An entire season comes down to the next quarter. We're through 3 in the Super Bowl. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the fourth quarter. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. That's Smith on the slant. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Walker. He's got Smith. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Oh, he lost the football! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard, and it's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you know this firsthand, partner. You get above that 300 mark, you and your offense are going to have plenty of highlights to choose from by this point in the game. We're getting a look at some of them now. You just got to marvel at how well he's played the quarterback position here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Finds his fullback. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be a 1st down. Throwing off the play fake here. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's able to cross midfield before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 now. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 14. Throwing the out route complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Plowing up the middle. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Another carry for him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. This from 35 yards away. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Nixon now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Now Walker. Taken in by Smith. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's 1st downs like that, Kate, just with the toughness of these receivers, that I can't help but think about some old school dudes. These playbooks have evolved so much in the NFL. Can you imagine some of the physical receivers back in the day and how badly they would have loved to play in the systems like this and just find a way time and again to put the ball in their hands?
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Walker looking to throw. Connecting on the slant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Or they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Throwing here, Walker. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. He'll look to throw it. He's going to push one deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Prior to first down, they decided to call a timeout. Setting up to pass. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Slot receiver headed left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's brought down for a loss. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. A big kick is no good. It's well to the left there. And they do not break the tie here in the 4th.
Over the years, we've seen the decision to ice the kicker work, Kate, and we've seen it backfire in spectacular fashion. In this instance, well, the decision worked, and that miss leaves this a tie game.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Here he is to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. And postseason overtime differs from what we saw in the regular season. A touchdown on the opening drive doesn't end things anymore. Both teams guaranteed a possession. And if we're still tied after each team has had the football once, we then go to sudden death, and the first score takes it. For just the 3rd time ever, we need overtime to decide a Super Bowl champion as we're underway. This return makes it up to the 25. Now outruns their offense to take over. And now after months and months of work, Brock, this is where they have to play their best football and stay disciplined in the moment.
I love the way you set that up. I like to call it the voice of poise, right? In your own head. Don't make this moment bigger than it is. It is huge for all of us watching it and a part of it. Got to stay calm. You got to execute. And you got to put your team in the best position to go clinch that Lombardi.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and they're going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Throwing now on first down. Hits him on the out route. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From just shy of midfield on second down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They go play action on first. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Short pass caught by his tight end. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Driving dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Now looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on 4th down. They'll run for this. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Their offense running back out now. Their defense did its job, and admirably so, partner. And now the opportunity of football immortality rests in their hands.
Yeah, this is where, as a quarterback, you got to smile. You set the tone for everybody in that huddle. And you got to believe. You got to believe and imagine that you're Joe Montana, that you're Tom Brady, that you're going to add your name, Kate, as you said, to the lore of NFL greats.
Completed to his running back. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Walker finds the in route complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. He gets him a bunch of yards back, 9 on that play, and it's 2nd and 6. From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's hit at the line of scrimmage. The run outside returns nothing. No gain for them on 2nd and goal, and now they need 8 on 3rd. Walker to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it.
And he's made the catch to silence this crowd. It's a touchdown. This game is over. And it's all over. They have done it. They're your Super Bowl champions. Well, Brock, you and I talk about this often, multiple times throughout the regular season. List of greats who've never made it to this moment. It's enormous. Some of the best to ever do it across 100+ years of football. And those greats could not do what these players have just done.
No, because it was a group, and such a special group, brought together from so many different paths, but it bonded and formed one of these teams so strong together that Super Bowl became a legitimate possibility for them. This moment never gets old. Fate and circumstance linked together when this season began. And now, with this win, it will link all these guys together forever as champions.